I tell my students all of this advice. Like, now it's my turn to walk the talk, right? Because the questions ask you things like, what was your proudest moment? What was your failures? I thought, okay, let's do this. I only have a month, but do it step by step. We'll start with the essays first. I know how rejection feels. But I think you only lose once you stop trying.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the third episode of the Sekolah Victory Plus Alumni Podcast. My name is Bevan and I'm a rising 11th grader here at Sekolah Victory Plus.
And I'm Joshua, I'm soon to be a senior. Now, as you may see, we have a very familiar guest over here.
Very familiar.
So it's none other than our very own Ibu Monalisa. Hello, Bu.
Hi, Josh. Hi, Bevan.
So, may you please quickly introduce yourselves before we begin?
Yeah, of course. So I'm Monalisa. I am an alumni from the class of 2018, 7 years ago. And I have been the career counselor here, as you know, for the past 3 years. Before that, I did do my bachelor's at the University of Notre Dame, pursuing psychology and Japanese.
Ooh,
Japanese.
very impressive.
Very interesting too.
So we know that obviously this school has been a very big part of your life, both as a student and both as a career counselor. But we heard that you had something big planned for your future. Do you mind sharing with us, Bu?
Yeah. So next academic year, in a few months, I am planning to pursue my master's at Harvard University, studying human development and education.
Very impressive indeed. But before we begin talking about that, we would like to take a trip down memory lane.
Okay.
You might recognize some of these pictures.
So we have two pictures here of some memorable moments of when you were here, a student in SVP. And we also have a
Audience watching us.
we have a small audience watching us. Would you quickly choose a picture for us to show to Ibu Mona? This one? You want to choose this one? Alright, okay. So here is the first picture we've chosen.
Oh my gosh. That was so long ago.
So could you quickly explain what you were doing here in this?
Yeah. Wow. Okay. So in that picture, that was my first time going to the US. I was 15 there, and we went to the to Washington DC and saw the Abe Lincoln statue. It was part of the World Scholars Cup event. We did our own tour before the competition, and this was one of the landmarks that we got to see.
Wow.
Yeah.
It must have been incredible, especially before the competition.
Yeah, and I know you went there too, right?
Yeah, we went there too.
Yeah.
We're not trying to make it. Alright, so this is the first picture.
Okay.
And now for the
I don't know what it is.
Second image. Now for the audience is the image, and here's the image.
Okay. It was upside down.
Oh.
Wow. This picture, it looks like I'm shouting, but I'm really belting a high note. I was singing The Color Purple, I'm Here. So it is from our original play that me and my other friends in Jakarta at other schools, we created our own musical. And in that musical, I played the role of a single mom in an abusive relationship.
Wow, sounds
Single
serious.
mom.
I know.
Abusive
it was
relationship.
heavy. And that was my solo. So that was me there.
So you were into theater back then?
I was a big theater kid back then.
It's really interesting how you transitioned from having interest in theater to
Our career
being,
counselor.
I know.
being accepted to Harvard. Yeah. Did you used to have a interest in singing or performance arts?
Yeah, so growing up, actually, I wanted to be a singer. That was my first dream. But of course, it's something that I did on the side, something that I explored. But then I realized, actually, being a singer is really hard, just like the life of it. And I fell in love with education, and I got interested in learning about you guys, about students, how people learn, and that's how I got into counseling.
And that helped inspire you to pursue your further education, Miss.
100%, yeah.
So now speaking about your interest in pursuing education, so we have a few questions about your future plans in Harvard. So we heard that you got a LPDP scholarship. Would you mind explaining to us how you found out about the scholarship and also what challenges?
And obviously what the scholarship is itself.
Okay, so firstly, the LPDP scholarship is a scholarship from the Indonesian government. And it is for master students specifically. Master students? Yep. And how did I find out about it? Actually, I think the government has done a really good job socializing it. It's everywhere on Instagram, and I hear it a lot from word of mouth, like so and so got the LPDP scholarship. And so yeah, inspired by their stories, I thought, why not? But it was definitely not the first scholarship I tried. There was actually 2 others. I tried the Australian scholarship, like Canadian one, but I didn't get in. And then I tried LPDP. That was my 3rd time after failing. And then I think I learned from my mistake and got it.
Well, as they say, 3rd time's the charm, isn't it?
I know, yeah, I guess so, Josh.
3rd time's the charm.
3rd time's the charm.
But in the context of your pursuing those scholarships, would you mind explaining what actually motivated you to keep going and eventually reaching your requirements to get LPDP scholarship?
So it actually took me like about a month, which is quite short, and I do not recommend this.
A month?
A month, yeah, because before that, as I told you, I've applied to other scholarships. I was hoping for that scholarship to, be successful, but it didn't. So at that time, I was like, okay, let's just try this one. I already have some of the documents started. I have my IELTS ready to go, my CV ready to go, and I have a few drafts of my essays. And I thought, okay, let's do this. I only have a month, but do it step by step. We'll start with the essays first and just go through that one by one. Yep.
So you applied to 2 scholarships before you eventually reached the LPDP scholarship. What actually motivated you to keep on going until you reached the LPDP scholarship?
Yeah, I failed both, but I knew that I wanted to get my master's because as a counselor here, I love working with you guys, but I also feel like I can do more and I need my master's. I want to learn more about human development. I want to learn more about how to support students like you, and I need to do it at a global level. And for that, I need scholarships. I need a supporting a foundation.
Right.
And so for my goal, I needed this. I still don't want to give up on that big goal. So I have to find another way. Even if that meant failing, I need to try again. So that's why I decided to apply for LPDP, even though I knew the deadline is only a month. But I thought, if I fail that, there's next year, I'll try again. So that's really my motivation behind that, yeah.
So how did you manage all the requirements needed for the scholarship? Because especially since you applied with only a month left.
Yeah.
A month.
So I told you that this was my 3rd scholarship that I applied for, right? And so before that, I've done a little bit more preparation. Like I have my IELTS ready to go. I have the CV ready to go. So a few essay drafts and also recommendation letters that I have. So I just used that. And then the short essay questions. And these are things like, okay, I have an advantage maybe because I'm a career counselor. So,
I see.
I read your guys' applications. I'm familiar with like the kind of questions that university asks. But the challenge was like, how do I apply it for myself? Right? I tell my students all of this advice. Like now it's my turn to walk the talk, right? And it was a bit difficult to talk about yourself, really, because the questions ask you things like, what was your proudest moment? What was your failures? What is your merit, and like what is your demerit, like plus point then minus point? I don't.
Those are very deep questions.
Difficult to answer, but I think that's where practice helps. That's why the 2 failures were not really failures after all, then, because they helped me.
That's really inspiring. So you continue to move on and eventually reach the LPDP scholarships, and you learn from your experience. So I guess one other question we can ask is, what tips would you give to other students who are considering pursuing scholarships like you did?
Okay, I think one tip, and this is the most important and the simplest, is to keep trying. Yeah, don't give up, because when, as they say, one door closes, a window opens.
Or third time's the charm.
Yeah. Even though this is simple, it's sometimes the hardest thing to do, because I know how failure feels. I know how rejection feels. But I think you only lose once you stop trying. So my tip would be to keep trying. Of course, you need to learn from your mistakes, but don't stop.
So what kinds of extracurricular activities were you involved in when you were a student?
Okay.
And how did they
influence me?
Yeah.
Let me think.
It's a really good question.
It was like 10 years ago.
It's alright, you can take your time.
I remember doing SSC. And then that helped me, of course, like get to know other students, like, kakak kelas better. Also, a big part of my middle school life was the basketball team. I was in the basketball team.
Sorry? Wait, that's something new.
I know.
Nothing in these pictures.
But the basketball team, okay, now our girls basketball team is awesome. But back then, like, we were the underdogs. We were like getting slaughtered by other schools. But it really, I have like really good memories in the basketball team, the girls basketball team. That was my middle school years. And then I did do singing, but it wasn't through the school. It was through another music school, Alpha's music school, and I think that helped me become more confident, and it also helped me be active in the school productions and also doing other productions outside of schools. And in my last year, actually, I helped direct the Aladdin school musical. So yeah, that was me and the other teachers as well. When I was learning music, for example, I was the only Catholic in that community, the only Christian, and so I learned a lot about what people from other religions do, the culture, and it gave me a deeper understanding of what other people are like, and also how I can respect others and carry myself with people who are different from me.
I think some people fail to realize how important dealing with other people are. So I think it's something that everyone should look to develop. So I can see how the activities really help with that. So well, that's a wrap for our podcast today. So first of all, we would like to thank Bumona for being here on the podcast, and we would like to obviously, of course, wish her the best for her future endeavors. So thank you, Bumona.
Thanks, Josh. Thanks, Bevan.
Yes, and to close off this episode, I'd like to end it off with a little song. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content. I'm gonna cry at night because I'm gonna miss you, Ibu. Whoa, but I'm gonna keep going on because that's the tip you gave earlier.
Yes.
So we'd like to wish you all out there a good day and goodbye.